Okay. So, do y'all go, or do the other two of you want to go somewhere else in the town real quick?
Um, yeah, no, we'll just go straight there, and then I don't know how late merchants tend to operate around here. We could either try going shopping after we eat or tomorrow.
Sleep.
From what you can tell, it looks like they're already closing up shop.
All right, so dinner and rest, and then shopping tomorrow.
God.
I was not groping them. I was rubbing them. There's a difference.
He groped
Hey,
Wyland a little bit later.
It's a salve.
Hey, I'm not complaining. He rubbed Gregory so well that he just sprung back to life.
I felt no difference.
So he helped Gregory, but not Grigori?
That's
Yes.
right.
But our Gregory and Grigory's souls are linked together, so they both receive the same benefit.
Yes.
Just like Wyland and Wayland?
Yeah.
Exactly. My
Really,
evil twin.
Wayland would have been a better name, though. Actually, no, it's Wyland the Wanderer and then Wayland the Wayfarer.
There you go. He would be a good evil twin.
He would be.
Got a goatee.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
No tattoos.
Whereas Gregory does not have the goatee because Grigori has the goatee. He's the evil twin.
I thought Grigori had the Rasputin beard.
Exactly.
Oh, good.
That's just a really long goatee.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if you can't evil twin with a goatee if the person already has a beard.
It's
Not
more like
opposite enough.
more like a
Actually,
go. It's like a go capital T.
I had a theory about this. Is like I had a beard before I shaved it down after the trip. Like if I had an evil twin, would they just have like mutton chops because lacking the area where the goatee would go?
Rocking the chops. I like the look of mutton chops, but I would hate having them because I hate having hair underneath my glasses. Like, it bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah, understandable. All right, but yes, you go inside, and it is quite lively compared to the outside.
Ooh, nice. Mike. All right. Wait, did you guys lose my audio?
Nope.
No,
okay.
you just cut out there slightly.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice.
A bump. So like there's like a lot of people in here. There's music. What's going on?
There is music. I'm trying to get it started here. Your whites. There, our usual bar music.
Grigori approves. Somehow this music speaks to his soul more than others.
But it's not like, there's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of talking. Do people in here seem to be enjoying themselves truly? In this sense, you notice there's a lot of people in what look to be uniforms. There, the Scrang and the elves actually have two different uniforms from what you see.
I wouldn't be too surprised if they had like different like companies or whatever.
Essentially. But yes, so you go in and you see there's a bunch of people talking. A lot of elves, a lot of Tiskrang. They're all just sharing drinks or going about. You notice there's a couple of odd ones out of humans and orcs and such, sitting around, kind of in talking to some of the groupings, but most of the time to themselves or in their own tables.
All right. Well, and so is the music? Wyland is going to be a music snob, and he's going to judge the music. Is it any good? Are they good?
Let's see. Roll your performance, just as so you can do.
Like entertainer.
Yes, entertainer. There you go, Gun. That should be louder.
Oh, I can hear it now too.
Okay.
I could hear it pretty well before, but then again, like I said, my earbuds are loud when I'm not using my volume thing on them.
Yeah, if you go to my settings, there's a slider if you need to turn it down.
I can't go to your. I can't go to your
Actually,
settings. I'm not on your computer.
Wait,
I should turn mine down a little bit just because it's competing with your voices right now.
I'll hack and get everything set up.
That's fine. I'll use my own volume slider so that you don't have to turn it down for the viewers.
Yeah.
I want a gun to be able to hear it.
Okay.
That music
everybody
is
else?
reasonable, apparently.
Go music.
When I was pantomiming ear pain, I was just exaggerating to be silly.
But from what you tell, it's a decent band. You kind of notice the familiarity in music from around Barsaive places you've been. But it's nothing to really write home about.
I'll still I won't be too much of a snob. I'll still dance a little bit as we kind of make our way to either our table or up to the where the kegs are to get our drink on.
Okay. Are you going to use your entertainer check there, the 11 for your dance as well?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna get into it like really, it's just kind of that like casual motions, as you go across the floor a little bit as you're really on your way, focusing to somewhere else.
Okay. Okay.
It's like it's like the 40 and 50-year-old dudes at a wedding dance kind of act as they make their way to the bar, basically. That kind of moves.
Yeah,
you're gonna
It's like
middle-aged
half-hearted.
white man. This are you?
Exactly.
Just a lot of like shaking the arms and a butt, but not really much dancing.
Yeah.
But okay, you're able to not make a complete fool of yourself. You notice there's a couple other of the elven types doing this type of wandering around of dancing. You're able to get to the bar. It's a little Tiskrang, bartender. She looks up and starts asking what you'll be having.
Well, we've been on the trail for several days, so we're looking for something maybe it's got a little bit of kick, a little strength to it. How's the house wine? Or do you have a good house ale?
The house wine doesn't exist. The house ale is all right. What I suggest is the house rum.
Does the house rum look suspiciously like foot ointment?
I'll take
I
3.
was wondering how long it would take till somebody brought it up.
Yes.
It's inevitable. Every single bar we go to.
You pour it. She pours it out, and just so you can see, and you look and you see, it looks perfectly fine. It looks nothing like the ointment.
All right, you heard my Tiskrang friend. He'll take 3, and I'll have 2 as well.
All right. What about you there?
It's meal and ale.
All right. What we have is fish.
Whatever is dinner is fine.
Gonna be fish. So, okay. So each drink costs you about 2 silver. The meal is gonna cost you about 5. Or it's a couple of things of fish that have been nicely cooked with some veggies.
Couple fillets and stuff, kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
just score me some of that.
That's pretty traditionally Scrang.
Yep.
Scrang are big on seafood.
Take that too.
You've learned to say no to foot ointment.
How long did it take him to learn to say no to that?
Well, you guys still have 2 bottles, don't you?
We have
Oh yes.
what did we
Oh
have?
yes.
We have a few, yeah.
What's this wee stuff? Leave me out of this.
Wyland has been carrying them ever since he got them.
Leave me out of this,
someday-
and I'll leave that foot ointment out of me.
Someday he will get someone to drink this. It will happen.
We used 3 as fire bombs.
We did.
Oh god, I forgot about that. All right. But yeah, so
Finally found a good use for them if you hadn't flubbed the rolls so bad.
let's see. I'm gonna need you guys to make rolls for the ones drinking the actual rum versus the ones drinking the ale. Make a toughness roll, please, Kaja
Sure.
and Wyland. Okay, you're still standing after year 3. You're starting to feel it, but it's not like hitting you completely. It's just you're feeling good.
I'm going to take my body's cue and slow down. Eat a little bit more fish. Give the alcohol something else to be absorbed by.
Okay. you're able to eat through, and it's actually one of the better meals you've had in a few days because you've been eating nothing but field food or field rations type thing. So you're able to move in and out. You're feeling pretty okay with life right now.
3 more.
All right.
I need to drink away or seeing my friends die. And I'm down.
Right about as you go to do your third one, you miss part of your mouth. So it's like some of it's on you, some of it's actually in your mouth.
Kaja has a drinking problem.
That does sound like rum.
Up walks a older Tiskrang with an eye patch and a cane, just like, that's the actions of someone who's trying to drink themselves away.
No, see, Kaja does not have a drinking problem. He has a drinking solution. He had a drinking problem an hour ago, which was no drinking.
Not all of me.
So you get a response.
Stuff
to
he's
the
spilled
old
will soak in
Yeah.
through his skin eventually, so it's fine.
I've seen that before. I'm guessing your party was a lot bigger before you got here, huh?
No, but it would have been a lot smaller if we
Hey,
were
we
smart.
just because we had 2 deaths doesn't mean our party's any smaller.
I imagine Gregoria actually just saying that to
Yeah.
You both died, Gregory.
And yet Gregory doesn't seem to be all that upset about it. He thought he actually found the experience a little interesting, if incredibly painful.
5 out of 7 would do it again.
Well, maybe not, but at least not in that particular way, anyway.
We may
First-
have died, but we didn't linger there very long. You saved us, Kaja. This man, I'll whoever's talking to Kaja, I'll kind of pat Kaja on the shoulder and I'll look at him. I said, he saved us. This Tiskrang here, with that blade there, nasty combination for those who get in our way. He's a good warrior. This one.
He just kind of lets out a hearty laugh and is like, well, Tiskrang are great warriors. And as Kaja does that, all the rest of the Tiskrang in the bar just go, yeah, at the same time with their drinks.
Nice.
And you just start hearing like arguments coming from the elves.
Actually, during this, and both during that declaration and when Wyland said that he saved us, during both times I raised my tankard of ale and clink glasses with Kaja both times.
Yeah. You kind of hear the elves just kind of going, well, you're not as elegant of fighters as us, you tiny little brutes, you. Bunch of the elves, yeah.
I
It's
will.
kind of
I'll
funny
lift
because they actually are very elegant fighters. Only the elves could possibly think of them as brutes.
I will. I'll raise my glass in that, and I will cheer on that one.
So diplomatic of you.
Barely hit anything.
Yeah, but he misses with grace and panache.
Exactly. I'm not necessarily in it for the killing. I'm in it for just how it all looks.
Okay,
Kaja.
what you
Has
don't
to-
understand is that Wyland never misses an attack. If his attack does not hit the enemy, that just means it was a feint.
Exactly.
It's
Let's hope.
it's a style of fencing.
There's an elf that came up and is defending.
He feints quite a lot, though.
Defending Wyland with, we don't miss, we merely do feints that people don't understand.
Yes, exactly. I'll look at him and I'll say it's not about how you finish an opponent off. It's how you get. It's the process. It's how you get there. It's everything in between. It counts the most.
He's just trying to instill the opponent with a false sense of security, and that's when Kaja gets him.
and it has worked flawlessly since we started.
Teamwork.
This.
It's teamwork, people. He's setting them up for his comrade.
Exactly. We are.
The bar was about ready to go, yeah, wait, what?
Teamwork.
It's about races getting along. Yay!
All right, yeah, we're doing that.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
You notice the scrying bartender actually starting to put back up glasses that you didn't know. You kind of sheepishly saw her putting away as you started going, yes. Like, okay, not tonight. I have to worry about this. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh, good. We're not about to having to get another bar fight today.
No. We were
We
told
haven't
specifically.
gotten into one yet.
We were told specifically not to start any "quote unquote" shit.
Never gotten into a bar fight. This is entirely different than my normal existence.
That's in that
And,
other game with the dungeons and the dragons and
Yeah.
Earthdawn's a bit more classy than that.
Yeah, don't you hear the music? Oh, glad. But yeah. So
Yeah, typo.
maybe that L's hitting Gregory a little harder.
It could
Hey,
very well.
the H and the J are right next to each other. That's my excuse.
All right.
So yes, go ahead, please continue.
I was gonna
GM.
say, I was just gonna say, there you start, chattering, and you notice them not really like fighting, just kind of murmuring. The old man with Guild to Scrang starts pulling Kajo away, trying to tell him stories of his day and have him join his table. A couple of the elves are trying to pull you, Wyland, to their table to discuss random bull crap.
Oh, most excellent, gentlemen. I'll join you. I have to secure a place for us to stay for the evening before I can engage in any further festivities here with the rest of you. So hold on.
Look, Gregori's going to give him a kind of an appraising look to see how much the rum might be affecting him and whether or not a drunkard is arranging our sleeping tonight.
Remember, I told you I was pacing myself, so I'm not.
Well,
I'm not completely.
after a
I'm
moment,
not-
Gregori comes to the decision that he seems to be okay at the moment. Maybe not walking straight, but at least coherent still for now.
He looks
He's
a little bit
making
more
sure that
fluid
he is
in his dance
leaning in a proper way. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Or as my roommate calls it, the wobbly juice.
So, Innkeep, do you have places for us to stay for the evening? Like, as I said, we're fresh from the trail, and we're looking not only for some more of this good food that you've got, as well as the rum, which is quite good, but we need a little bit of lodging as well. Is there spots here for us?
Cheap. It's cleaning a glass and it's like, yeah, we got rooms. You got to go talk to the one to keep in charge of the actual inn. Points to elf over in the corner who's looking over a large book of just all of the rooms available, like money paid. God damn you, Dakota! And the fact it's actually popping up on the chat on the video.
Yeah!
I wasn't looking at the time that it popped up, so I have to actually click on this thing and see what the hell's going on. Oh, what the hell?
That's violent.
But yeah, so there's. She points you over to.
Oh,
elf who's-
you.
He's just looking over a book, filling in rooms and numbers and prices.
The dude's got some moves. We'll
What?
hi. Yeah, I'll go with her.
Okay. You're able to get over there, and you just see him scribbling in. It's like, no, that room's available, but that one's not. They have not paid yet, so deep trouble. But they are perfectly fine. Oh, yes. How can I help you, sir?
Hello there.
Do I smell a side quest?
My friends and I are looking for lodging for this evening. I was told by the very helpful, describing bartender over there that you were the one in charge of supplying with said rooms. We have plenty of silver and can pay in advance, but there's 3 of us in our group.
Oh, yes. Well, we have 3 beds. We have the cheapest for 1 silver each per night, which is large barracks-like facilities down here. He gestures, and you can see into like a darker room where it's just a bunch of bunk beds lined up
Mm-hmm.
against the walls.
Yes.
Or if you're willing to pay
Okay.
10 silver per night, we have rooms with actual beds and some places for you to sleep.
A bit of privacy, you say,
Yes.
or do you say privacy in these parts?
Privacy. It's
Nobody
it's
says
your
that.
call. It's how drunk
Crazy.
you are, so it depends on how you say it.
Ah. Well,
Ah!
Dakota enjoys pretending to be drunk, but I don't think he likes being drunk normally.
No, I love being drunk. It just costs money.
God damn it. Okay.
yes. Well, you know what? I feel a bit like splurging. At least for one night, we probably could use some time away from each other, having spent this much time on the trail. Let us spring for the 30 silver for at least the one night.
Very well. All right, let's see. And he kind of directs you to rooms, and you notice only 2 of them are next to each other. One is like 3 rooms down from the other 2. Hands you the keys and lets you go back with them.
Cool. I'll pay him the 30. Oh, and I'm also gonna pay for a meal for Jim, our escort. The Tiskrang who brought us here, in the first the really super talkative
No,
guy.
but you look around. Like, are you trying to say, "Oh yeah, here he goes"?
Well, I actually I would have at least when we got here I would have bought him a drink at least at the start. I totally forgot to do that.
Oh, he just kind of disappeared whenever you got there. So
Damn it.
My new friend, he's gone already.
All right, I'll make a note with the Tiskrang bartender and say, well, whenever he gets back, this is for Jim.
and she kind of looks at you. Guy about this tall, kind of wonky eyes, smells of fish.
Yeah, like that guy.
Town hobo. Okay, sure.
What?
Oh, I see. Well, still, I'd be more than happy to pay for him as to get him some food as well.
All right. But she takes your money and is like, I'll keep an eye out for him.
Wonderful.
So yeah, you're able to give the key. Like, who do you want closest, or do you want to be the separate room yourself? Is the question now.
Well, we have 3 separate ones, right?
Yes, you have 3 separate ones. 2 are next door to each other. One's not.
Okay, here we go. If it is, hold on. If it's 8 or above, then I will. Oh wait, I can't do that with
Let's
that.
be honest.
Here.
Nobody wants to listen to Grigori talking to ghosts in the morning. So
All right. You're right. So Kaj, that's very true. So Kaj and I will have rooms that are next to each other, and then
the weirdo can be off by himself and talk to
Grigori's
himself in
off.
the morning.
He's in the broom closet.
Hey now. No,
Hey now.
I'm in the personal suite. That's what we'll call it.
Big enough for a bed
Certainly
and a
personal.
washing basin.
Yeah, sure. AKA the dorms.
Essentially. Been repurposed. But okay, yeah, so
This
you
is
hand
not a
up.
Japanese coffin hotel.
I've been tempted.
It's something. If you've ever done Japan, it's something you have to at least experience once. you know?
Yeah, and as a male I can. Bug as a female can't.
Why?
They don't allow women to be in there because of the fact that it's not as safe for them, so they could be too easily harassed or
Not enough security.
exactly. It's not true. If tape recorders were a thing, I'd record Grigori talking to ghosts. I could turn that shit into a best-selling novel.
The Grigori tapes.
I feel like Ghost Hunters wouldn't be as great of a show in the world of Earthdawn just because of the fact of, like, yeah, there's ghosts here. They're over there and calling you twats. What do you want?
Actually, that was one of the fun things I saw when I was looking up the talent necks to give people examples of them. There's a talent neck for spirit talk that called translator, where I could basically let other people understand what the ghost is saying as well.
Ah, cool.
So I could be like, look, I'm not just talking to myself. See, now you can hear too.
Oh, you gotta add 1 spoonful of sugar to them.
It's not always interesting, though. No.
All right. Yeah, the night goes on. Do you guys drink more? Grigori, do you go to bed
I'll
early?
probably
What
get a
goes on?
second ale or something, but I'm not going to go nuts.
All right. Yeah,
Yeah.
The L is like most beer. I'm assuming you're also nursing it, so it's not gonna hit you really.
Yeah, just sort of drinking at a casual pace,
Yep.
not chugging.
Wylan, Kaja, more rum.
No,
One more.
I do not plan on getting shit-faced down in the gutter, but I do plan on having at least one more. So
Actually, do you, Wylan, do you join the elves at their table where you're invited to?
you know what? I totally will.
Oh, shit. I didn't even put a full link in. God damn it.
Oh shit! Sorry.
No, I just put in a word with .com on the end of it. It wasn't even like HTTP, www, anything. Oh, well.
So
I was just making an audible.com joke to follow up on what Gunn said.
okay. But yes, so you're able to you go hang out with them, and they actually have some wine ready for you, because they just have like their own little nice, elven wine bullshit going on.
Where did you come across this lovely vintage, gentlemen?
Well, we have some secrets on how to make it, so we keep it going at it.
You guys
So
are doing
this
that. I'll be AFK for a second. I'll be right
is
back.
this before I drink into it. I'll kind of look at them. This isn't elven prison toilet wine, is it?
No. That would be akin to a certain foot ointment that we heard some people drinking of before, but no,
I've heard of that nasty. I've heard of that nasty foot ointment, and the fools dumb enough to drink it. But most of those people just come out of their cares. They have no idea what's going on, and then they become the butt of jokes. For throughout all of Barsaive. It's really a shame, actually. But a fool. A fool's a fool is a fool, I guess.
They're all looking at you like, okay.
This is good. Yes, well done.
Yeah.
Very
They
well done.
talk about like, yes, we have a small distillery set up over in one part of the care where we are able to have been doing this for many, many decades.
Nice, very nice. So, what kind of goes on here? I mean, I know that this is predominantly an Elven and Tiskrang settlement, and you all get along enough. It certainly seems that way. At least, a friendly rivalry at best.
Yes. Well, after the scourge, when our families came here and set up shop, and with the Tiskrang's help, and you see, we didn't much apparently believe in the safety of the woods or their wooden, protection. And seeing what became of them, I'm thankful my father decided to come here instead of staying there.
Indeed, yes, not a pleasant experience for sure.
Yes. Well, the Scrang were setting up shop here too. They were defending. We were able to provide them with some better armaments. They were able to provide us with some needed help. And unfortunately, most of the other races, there wasn't enough of them to keep their lineage going for long after the scourge hit.
Yes, well, that does happen. I've heard similar stories, but it's very unfortunate.
Yes.
But well, interesting. What any trouble of late that you've been having?
Not more than usual. Occasional bandits trying to come in, some monsters here and there. Nothing much.
Right. Excellent. I plan on seeking them out tomorrow. We're looking. Speaking of, you mentioned weapons. We're actually looking for an armorer. He's an elf. It goes by the name of Wrist.
Sir, I don't bother my time to go to the armors. You may want to ask someone to Scrang or those unsightly fellows, and points to a bunch of elves who look like they're trying to be, they're kind of British looking. More muscle than, finesse.
I'll have some
sure.
monocles.
Yep. Yes, they are the Top Hat Brigade.
Actually, no, that sounds like the more like the British dock worker types.
But
well, then that's fine. We can always try and find this gentleman tomorrow. But let me tell you about some amazing tales that I've had on a place that we called the River of Death, and then basically Wyland will kind of go into
Look, it's right here on the map.
various stories, yes, and talking about some of the exploits and a couple of Captain Rent's stories and whatnot. But that's basically how he'll spend
okay.
His evening.
Hey, by the way,
Okay.
what was that 16 roll for?
That was to decide who was gonna have the two rooms next to each other,
Yeah.
and it was higher than 8, so you got stuck by yourself.
I think that's just logical role playing for the situation anyway. Honestly,
Are they drinking milk? Nope. They're all drinking alcohol in this shop.
it's the milk bar.
But okay, so Kaja, you've been pulled into a group of Tiskrang soldiers by the older Tiskrang. They're all pouring, like, they have like a bunch of bottles of the rum, and they're pouring drinks, and here you go, kid.
Yeah. I'll just take that shit.
So where are you from? I mean, got a kind of fancy looking sword there, so I figure you're not just some newt fresh out of the care type person.
Kinda. It's been, I think, a year. Got this thing from the old fella.
So
Passed
it's
it
always a jarring experience when the troubadour stops talking and then warrior takes over.
Drunk warrior, nonetheless.
Yeah. I wear
Yes.
armor.
Passed it down from family and stuff. Yeah.
So, what stories do you have to tell us? I mean, we've been all kind of stuck here. You've seen your fair share of action, haven't you? A hard-hitting son of a bitch like you, and just start elbowing you.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna just drunkenly go into the detail about the fucking fight with the goddamn horror, and he's gonna just yell at the top of his lungs when he gets to the part where he taunted it. It's like, I told him to shove my sword up his magical dick hole.
As you say
Now,
that,
is it the hole that's magical or the whole dick?
That was never decided.
as you
That's
say,
what I'm asking. Inquiring minds want to know.
It's
It's
messing.
like the
with
G-string.
philosophers
It's a
now.
bag of holding in the the hole.
why are you nudging me, gun? But anyways, as you say, shove the sword up his magical dick hole, the whole bar kind of stops. Tavern just stops, looks at you. One of the
Tavern
elves,
keeper is starting to put the glasses away again.
no, she's just kind of like, wait, where's this going? One of the elves that's drinking with Wyland drops the glass, going, "My God!"
At that point, Kaja's gonna
Dear
just
me.
immediately hearing that, he's gonna stand up on the fucking table, point at the other two, and go, "Those guys, they are the greatest people you could ever travel with. We killed a goddamn horror."
Actually, but just in between those two sentences, these two are the greatest guys ever. While Gregory starts looking around, confused, wondering who he might be talking about. But then he says, like, killed a horror. I'm like, oh, he means me.
Like,
And I'll be like, yeah.
quiet and weird, and he never shuts the fuck up, but I love him.
I feel like you're
Wait,
pointing
wait,
to the
wait,
wrong
wait.
person when you do this
Wait.
too.
You said he's weird and quiet, but never shuts up.
No, and that one never shuts up.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you swapped Swap targets on that
There's
one.
an and there.
I didn't hear the and.
Before you, as you're saying this, do a perception with a -2 steps. Because I need to see if you get this correct.
Uh-oh.
Is it just him?
Yeah, just him.
Okay.
You two are just kind of in shock. Okay, no, you're
go.
able to notice enough. So you point to Grigori, and he's quiet and weird, and points to Wyland. He never shuts up.
He killed a fucking horror.
Sure did.
You just hear the whole bar.
No, that was out of character with my comment, though.
You hear the whole bar just rally up and start pouring more drinks for Kaja, and some people start inviting Grigori in to drink.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I accept.
All right.
Yeah.
So the night goes on. You guys get basically sloshed for free.
Woo.
How did that
Always a good thing.
fucking 4? Step 4 get me an 11. Jesus.
Actually,
Look, that's how.
Drunk, though. So yeah. You. Streaming? Yeah, I'm still streaming. I don't think.
Yeah,
But it just says offline on the freaking thing for some reason.
That's weird.
There it is. Jump back. Which is being silly lately.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 actually points to Dakota for playing drunk.
So,
yeah.
so all of you make a perception with -2 steps, please. This is to see if you can get to your rooms properly or not.
If we can navigate to them correctly or end up in somebody else's by accident. Let me remind myself what my actual step is, because I'm usually just using the button. Okay.
Yeah.
So that'll be this then.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
I think with this one. Kaja, Kaja, you're in this one. That one. You can't go in there. That's an elf room. You're at Scrang. You're in that one. Gregory, I don't give a shit where you're at. You sleep in the
Okay, so let's go from highest to lowest here. Grigori,
I'm glad to see this tavern practices segregation.
you're able to find your room, but you basically pass out from the amount of alcohol poured down your throat. In the doorway.
There's the tails and no tails wing of the tavern.
But Grigori's
No
able
tails
to
allowed.
find his room, and he passes out basically feet in the doorway of the room. So he's slept on the floor in his nice private room for the night.
Nice.
Wyland, Kaja, you're basically both drunk as skunks enough that you're able to find the rooms, but as you try to get in, you both just land on top of each other and pass out on the bed. So you're both sharing a bed for the night.
Oh yeah.
It took both of us together to get the fucking key in one room. So we're just like, fuck it.
Yep.
Kaja, hold the door. I can't. The door keeps moving. I can't. Kaja, hold the door. Kaja, hold the door.
I am. Your hands are moving faster than I do.
I have a high dexterity. I can't help it. Okay, ready? Hold on. Here we go.
Oh,
One,
I think this
two,
needs to be a
three.
new trend. I think we need a new trend here of whenever Wyland gets drunk, he starts breaking the fourth wall.
He becomes like Earthdawn Deadpool.
Yeah, he starts talking about his character sheet.
Kaja, did I leave the stove on?
Stove.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel the need to talk to other people.
Jeez.
You gotta stop.
This is a pillow talk you guys are having as you're about ready to pass out on the bed.
Is all of it scaly?
Oh.
It's like a snake. There's 2 of them.
Oh, I mean, it's possible.
So
The question is, if you cut it off, does it grow back?
So yeah, Grigori is awoken by the fact that someone's poking at his feet. Only to turn over, and I'm running with guns. Stupid joke here. Of
Is
yeah,
it the little kid?
there's a little kid
a
with like a
stick?
toy sword just poking at your feet. Good. Poke. Poke. You okay, mister?
Yeah. Is okay.
Does the little kid thing of getting right next to your face and yells, "Are you okay, mister?"
I snore louder.
No, you wake up with a massive headache and headbutt the kid by accident.
I don't even have that knack.
I've done that in the past. My cousin's kids were assholes. Okay. Toughness check from Kaja and Wyland. I want to see who wakes up first. Essentially.
Who's the one that gets the first chance to molest the other one?
If you beat him. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now I was gonna say if Kaja beat you, that would be.
Oh, yeah.
You're just out for the day. So yeah, Wyland, you wake up and there's Kaja just full on spooning you.
I feel like I'm wearing a. Oh.
I'll tell you, I'm wearing one of
cloak. It
those
just-
scaly cloaks that,
Yeah,
that
it's
Kaja has. Oh,
I'm
it is.
wearing a
I'm wearing Kaja.
wearing a cloak. It just happens to be breathing.
It's warm
He's
though.
wearing 3 cloaks.
He's kind of snuggling up to you as you keep trying to move away.
Yeah, since Kaja's wearing 3 cloaks, it's like Wyland is now wearing 4 cloaks.
Are you trying to jostle your way out or silently get out?
I'm gonna try and. First, I'll take about 2 or 3 minutes to enjoy it, and then. I'm gonna attempt to do my best to stealth out of there because I don't want to wake him up. I mean,
It's just like one of those you wake up the morning after hungover and having to shoot your own arm off to get away.
Exactly.
When the bear goggles have worn off.
But yes, I'll try and be as
college,
stealthy
right.
as possible. Yes, basically.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah.
All right. Do your stealth check. And Kaja, how much is Kaja of a cuddler?
Very.
Okay, so as he tries to get away, do a strength check at like -3 steps.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
The snoring lizard just wraps around you more tightly.
Essentially, I have a
Fuck,
Wyland
I
Kaja
I
gift.
don't have a. I don't
Just
have
post it in the chat. It should pop up. Your
motherfucker.
you don't have a straight thing or what? You try to
That was
wriggle
It's
out.
all over the place.
You try to wriggle out, and you basically flop around. That works beautifully.
That is that's
That's a
perfect.
great gif.
But as you flail around trying to get out, thinking you're being stealthy, but you're still kind of trying to get control over your, what the hell happened. Kasha tries to grab onto you, and essentially just flops.
He
So-
flops on top of me, or
Yeah, he flops, but on top of you, like he's trying to, like put a hand back on top of you, reinitiate the cuddle, but there's no strength behind it. He's dead to the world.
I will I'll work my way out of that. Gosh,
Mr. Cold-blooded reptile just lost his heat source.
For
yeah.
some reason that didn't pop up. 1 second. Oh, that is evil. Let's
Damn.
see.
That's a scary cat.
For everyone at home who didn't get a chance to see it in chat because it didn't pop up, that's what. But yeah. Sorry again. I don't know why it didn't work. But yeah. So you're kind of starting to wake up, Kaja, but you have the biggest hangover of anybody because you lost count of how many drinks were given to you.
Gosh,
Many-
those. I
many
thought I
men.
only had one more, but.
You did have one
May
more
have-
after the other 3 one mores.
Yeah.
The number may have started with a 1.